What's up everyone and welcome on back to the channel. Minecraft came out and completely destroyed the box office, making $163 million domestically in its opening weekend and $313 million worldwide. And that success continued into its second weekend, making $80 million domestically and $550 million worldwide. And this shocked all of Hollywood and every YouTuber who ever made a reaction video to the worst trailer they've ever seen. But it's really not that all surprising that Minecraft did so well, and this reaction to it really does prove that Hollywood is completely out of touch with its modern audience. So I wanted to dive into Minecraft, dive into how I think Hollywood will react to its success, and spoiler, it is not good, and also how this movie will likely have ripple effects across the entire film industry. But before we get into all of that, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I put out new videos diving into the film and TV industry every week where I analyze trends and do deep dives on news. So if you're into that, please join me. I'm trying to hit 400 this month. That is my goal, and I would love to have you there. And please also don't forget to like this video as well. It really does help push these videos out into the algorithm and find its audience other than yourself. So thank you so much for coming along, but let's get into it. So Minecraft didn't just do well, it completely obliterated expectations. The initial tracking for this movie was $80 million opening weekend, and it doubled that. And it surprised so many executives in Hollywood, but it really shouldn't have. Anyone with kids or has kids in their lives knew this movie was going to do numbers at the box office, and it was probably one of the smartest movie decisions made of the past decade. Minecraft is a massive game, especially among kids. One look at YouTube or one discussion with a 10-year-old and you would know this, but the executives running these Hollywood studios don't know this because they are old as shit. And I'm not saying old as in 50 or even 60. I'm saying so old that I would not trust them to drive or make me food, let alone run an entire business. Disney CEO is 74, Sony CEO is 70, Warner Brothers CEO is 65. Hollywood is basically a retirement home as far as I'm concerned. And this has not always been the case. In fact, in October of 2024, an article from Hollywood Reporter came out that detailed the median age of a president of production in 1986 was 35 years old. Double that number, and that is not even how old Bob Iger is. So yes, dinosaurs are running these studios as well as every other industry, but you might be asking, how does this connect back to Minecraft? These executives running these studios are so old and out of touch with reality, they have no idea what resonates with actual audiences, especially younger audiences, and what those audiences want, and all of their actions and movie decisions reflect that. Why do you think we keep getting nostalgia bait from the 80s, like how they're rebooting Gremlins or the Goonies? 80s nostalgia has now lasted longer than the actual 80s. Think about that. They wanted to make these movies because that's what their kids wanted back in the day, or that's what they wanted when they were kids way back in the day. But they're not thinking about the kids of today, and that's why we keep getting all of these shitty reboots and remakes. It's because the people running this shit who made those initial movies in the 80s are still working to this day. Minecraft is a no-brainer movie, and it was obviously going to do very well. But because these execs are so out of touch with the modern world, this movie was seen as not only a risk, but also a surprise. You would think after Five Nights at Freddy's came out, which was probably most kids' first experience with a video game, they would really start trying to understand what kids want out of movies and what they would like to see, but they're not. Hollywood needs to clean these old people out and get fresh blood into these positions who understand that younger audiences do want to go to the movies. They just want something that they actually like. I talk a lot about how kids today have been completely abandoned in terms of media. Very rarely do movies get made that are just solely for them, and there are very few television shows that are made just for them as well. But Minecraft has overly proved that kids do want to go see movies that are made for them. So will studios learn, retire these absolute dinosaurs, and get someone who was at least born after 1980 to run the studios to get young people to watch movies? No. Not at all. They're gonna learn all the wrong lessons from this, just like how they're gonna learn all the wrong lessons from Barbie. Once Barbie came out, studios immediately started to look at other toys, seeing which ones they can make into movies, thinking the only reason people watched Barbie and why it resonated with so many people was because it was based off of a toy. So now we got a Hot Wheels movie coming out, a Matchbox Cars movie coming out. Why do we need two toy car movies? And a Magic 8 Ball movie is coming out. all of those movies are now in the works. They're gonna do the exact same thing with Minecraft. They're not gonna look at Minecraft and see a movie that young people want to see, or see that it's a franchise that these kids have grown up with their entire lives and care about. This game is something kids have poured their lives into, building things, playing with their friends, and growing a community online, understanding the lore of its universe. It's something that they truly love and have a passion for. And these studios will absolutely look at this and be like, let's make more video game movies. A Fortnite movie is absolutely coming, guys. I guarantee you every single film exec right now is hitting up ChatGPT to find out what video game kids are playing today. They're 100% only going to look at Minecraft's win on the surface level and just assume that it was such a win because it was a video game that people played. Just like how after Harry Potter came out, we got so many YA adaptations, or when Marvel came out, we got just a bunch of shitty cinematic universes. And now, we're 100% going to get more video game movies. Which I am not against video game movies or adaptations. I think they are ripe for adaptation, as long as you understand what you are doing and you understand what you're adapting. But my guess is they're gonna look at the Minecraft movie and be like, cool, let's just make a movie based off of a video game. And we don't even have to make it good. Look, I haven't seen Minecraft, I'm not going to, it's not really a movie that's for me, and also it did not get the best reviews, but also I do love that if you look on Letterboxd, it has the funniest drop in reviews ever. It is like 2, 2.5, no one rates it a 3, and so many people rate it a 4. I don't think I've ever seen any movie where people rate it like Minecraft. But it's clearly not that great of a movie, right? Objectively, subjectively, it's not doing that well. However, I will say that kids who play the game have been loving it, which does show that it was made with care and passion by someone who understands Minecraft. And studios will 100% not give a shit about that. They're going to look at this only on the surface level and crank out these shitty video game movies, thinking kids don't care about the quality of these movies because the Minecraft movie was objectively not great. I am also very concerned about this whole theater reaction thing and how studios are going to try and bank on it. If you don't know, kids have been going absolutely fucking nuts in these theaters, treating it like it's a Rocky Horror Picture Show movie or a screening of The Room, where they are yelling, they are throwing popcorn, and they are bringing live chickens in. And while that behavior is a whole conversation in of itself, and I feel very sorry for all the movie theater employees who have to clean up after that, especially because I was a movie theater employee once upon a time, but I want to focus on how I think studios are going to react to this, and it's also not very good. Studios will for sure want some of their movies to be like this because it does help drive up ticket sales, and they'll want their audience to be on their phones recording these moments during these movies so they can post it online. I have a feeling they're gonna want some of their movies to have some of these manufactured meme moments that are solely for TikTok or for social media to help drive up word of mouth buzz and make their movies more of an event. It will feel very manufactured and so fake, kind of like how when a company kind of tries to get on a meme trend or a joke trend online, or for instance when they tried to make another Barbenheimer happen. It's going to be one of those things where I kind of understand where they're coming from. Theater going has been down since 2020, and they're trying to capitalize on this moment and drive up theater going. And I have some very mixed feelings about this entire theater going debacle. In some ways, I get it. It is very similar to Rocky Horror Picture Show, or when they host a sing-along version of their musicals and they want people to have fun and belt out the lyrics. Or like when Taylor Swift's Eras movie came out, people came and it was like a concert. People were hearing about them even when the door was closed. I get it. If you haven't been to a screening of The Room, it is so much fun. I highly recommend it. And theaters have been struggling to get the younger crowd into theaters. They've already floated the idea of being able to constantly be on your phone and even smoking weed. But chasing this moment, I don't think is the right move. And I feel like studios will chase these viral moments, and that will only turn away this type of audience. Once the old men running these studios try to get on the joke, it won't be very fun. No one likes to be forced into anything, but this is what the studios will likely chase. Be ready for these studios to create TikTok trends solely based around their movie and hire influencers to manufacture them in a way that will only backfire. Whether you like it or not, what is happening with Minecraft right now is a moment that studios and theaters are probably looking at very closely, and they're very unsure of how to handle it because each side kind of sucks. On one hand, it pisses people off, disturbing their movie-going experience and rattling those that already goes to the theater very frequently. But on the other hand, it's bringing in a demographic that is very hard for them to get to come to a movie theater, and they want to build that behavior. But personally, I think it has more to deal with the actual movies that they make more than anything, which is why Hollywood needs to adapt, get these old people out of their offices, and understand the movies that they are actually adapting that resonate with younger audiences. But what do you guys think about this whole thing? Do you think there's more that Hollywood will do in terms of reacting to Minecraft? Or do you have another perspective on this entire thing? I don't really know where I sway in terms of this movie, in terms of the quality of this movie, in terms of the theater going aspect of this movie. I'm all very curious, but let me know in the comments what you think. And once again, please don't forget to like this video, push it on out to the algorithm, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for joining me. If you do subscribe, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much.